at Goa right now, where the Shanghai Corporation Organisation is meeting today. As you can see, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar is in fact standing by at the meeting venue. He is to be shortly joined by his counterparts from the SCO countries. This is of course extremely important in terms of India's position in the global order, because this is the year when India is of course president of the SCO, has assumed presidency of the G20 as well. Remember, yesterday External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar held bilateral meetings with his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov, as well as his Chinese counterpart as well. Today of course that meeting, the formal meeting of the SCO in fact will take place. Yesterday of course there was a brief handshake between External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and Pakistan Foreign Affairs Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, but there is to be no bilateral between India and Pakistan. All eyes on this very crucial meeting which is to take place, which will of course discuss regional security issues, economic cooperation between the countries. Trade is also likely to be on agenda. Of course, the joint statement by the SCO countries is awaited at the end of the meeting. That will of course have some very important details. This before of course leaders of the SCO countries, heads of state, meet in the month of July. So this is of course preparatory in terms of that meeting. Geeta Mohan, our Foreign Affairs editor, is joining us at the moment from Goa. Geeta, what is on agenda for this SCO meet?
There are 15 decision areas, decision points that will be deliberated upon after the family photo, and when the session begins. It's a closed-door meeting, and one of the important key areas is about membership and inclusion of dialogue partners. 4 dialogue partners, Kuwait, Myanmar, UAE, and the Maldives, will see inclusion in the SCO as dialogue partners, and memoranda of understanding with these countries would be signed should the deliberations go according to plan. The other conversation would be about Belarus and Iran being included as permanent members, and that decision will be finalized when the summit level meeting takes place in July. There are many other areas, Paulami, that will be touched upon, particularly to do with connectivity and trade within the SCO region. Amongst these countries, the currency exchange, wherein mutual trade in local currency is something that is being discussed. It is not finalized. There is a lot of work that needs to be done, but one that certainly will circumvent the sanctions that Russia has been put under by the West. So these are areas that will be discussed amongst the nations, amongst the states. There will be a working lunch followed by the signing of the memoranda, and there is going to be no joint statement. Council of Foreign Ministers at the SCO do not have joint statements. The 15 decision points is something that will be the key and the focal point of this meeting. After which there'll be time slotted for all these ministers to hold their own respective bilaterals, which are still over from yesterday. There are some bilaterals that these ministers conducted. India held 3 bilaterals. Pakistan held a few, including with Russia, which is critical, and India has been monitoring those bilaterals as well. And let's see how things pan out for the leaders over here when they hold their bilaterals with respective nations. Clearly, there was a handshake and exchange of pleasantries during dinner between Jaishankar and Bilawal, but nothing beyond that.